What if I told you that real strength isn't in your muscles? It's not in how loud you are, how much money you make, or how many followers you have. It's in something far more quiet, more steady, more sacred. So, where does real strength actually come from? Let's begin. In this noisy world, people confuse noise for power. They confuse control for confidence. But the strongest people I've met weren't the loudest. They were the ones who could remain calm in chaos, the ones who could walk away when pride begged them to fight, the ones who could hold their tongue when truth didn't need to be proven. That kind of strength, the silent, centered, rooted kind, doesn't come from the gym. It comes from within. Let's divine in. I will start with an old story. There was once a warrior monk in ancient China, trained in both combat and meditation. One day, while walking through a war-torn village, he saw a man screaming at a child for spilling water. The monk walked up, smiled gently, and poured his own jug of water on the ground. The man roared, "Why did you do that?" The monk replied, "To show you, water can be lost, but peace shouldn't be." The man went silent. Strength isn't in overpowering others. It's in overpowering the part of you that wants to react. Now let's look at this scientifically. According to neuroscience, your prefrontal cortex is responsible for logic and emotional regulation. But under stress, your amygdala, the primal brain, hijacks your responses. Real strength is when you've trained your mind enough to pause, breathe, and respond from awareness, not emotion. Mental strength isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about not being ruled by them. Let me give you a modern example. Think of Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for 27 years, tortured, humiliated. Yet when he walked out of prison, he didn't seek revenge. He chose reconciliation, unity, vision. He once said, "As I walked out the door toward my freedom, I knew that if I didn't leave my bitterness behind, I'd still be in prison." That's strength, the ability to let go of what's justified for what's divine. And here's the spiritual perspective. Let's go across traditions because truth has no borders. In Islam, the Prophet Muhammad once said, "The strong man is not the one who can wrestle another to the ground. The strong man is the one who can control himself when angry." Sahih al-Bukhari. In Sikhism, Guru Gobind Singh Ji declared, "The one who sees all as equal and never lets anger dwell, that is a warrior in God's eyes." In Judaism, the book of Proverbs says, "He who is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules his spirit than he who captures a city." Proverbs 16:32. In Christianity, Jesus endured betrayal, insult, crucifixion, and still said, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." In Hinduism, the Bhagavad Gita says, "That man is disciplined who can resist the force of desire and anger, even here before he quits the body." 2:58. And in Buddhism, the Dhammapada teaches, "The one who conquers himself is greater than the one who conquers 1,000 men in battle." Do you see the pattern? Every tradition, every truth points in one direction. The strongest are those who master themselves, not their enemies, not the world, their own mind, their own emotions, their own ego. Now let me speak from personal experience. There was a time in my life when I thought strength was about winning arguments, about making more money, about proving my point. But over the years, through spiritual practice, business challenges, and deep self-reflection, I came to see real strength is about humility. It's about walking away from chaos without needing applause. It's about doing the right thing even when no one is watching. When I started meditating daily, something shifted. I realized that the strongest version of me was the one who could sit in silence, watch a storm inside, and still not react. because anyone can raise their voice, but not everyone can raise their consciousness. Now, here are 5 practical ways you can build real strength, starting today. Number 1, train the pause. When triggered, pause for 3 seconds, breathe, feel, and then choose your response. That gap between stimulus and reaction is where strength is forged. Number 2, embrace discomfort. Real strength is built when you do what's hard, not what's easy. Cold showers, hard conversations, early mornings, every act of discipline is a rep in your soul's gym. Number 3, keep your word. A strong person doesn't just talk. They follow through, they do what they said they'd do, even when it's inconvenient. Number 4, forgive deeply. Weak people seek revenge. Strong people release. Forgiveness isn't weakness. It's the power to choose peace over poison. Number 5, connect to the divine through meditation. This is where your deepest strength is born. Not from the outside, not from approval, but from silence. You don't need a temple. You don't need a mountain. You need stillness and a few quiet minutes to go within. Meditation is the art of returning to yourself, of remembering that you are not your thoughts, not your fears, not your past. You are the awareness beneath it all. Through meditation, you silence the noise of the world and hear the whisper of the divine. In every spiritual tradition, the greatest masters meditated. Jesus withdrew into the wilderness. The Prophet Muhammad would reflect in the cave of Hira. Guru Nanak meditated by the riverside. Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree. Hindu sages spoke of dhyana, deep concentration. Jewish mystics practiced hitbodedut, silent communion with God. They all knew you don't fight the storm by shouting louder. You become the calm. So how do we bring this into our lives? Here are 5 ways to start a daily meditation practice, no matter how busy you are. 1. Start small, even 2 minutes matter. Don't wait for perfection. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and breathe. Set a timer for just 2 to 5 minutes. Do it consistently, and it will expand naturally. 2. Focus on the breath. Follow the inhale and the exhale. When your mind wanders, and it will, gently bring it back to the breath. No judgment, no pressure, just presence. 3. Choose the same time and space. Mornings are ideal, before the mind fills with noise. Sit in the same spot. It could be a corner, a cushion, even your car seat before work. Consistency creates sacred energy. 4. Use a mantra or divine name. You can repeat words like Waheguru, Allah, Om, Jesus, or even peace. Let the vibration of that name anchor you into presence. The name becomes a bridge from your mind to your soul. 5. End with gratitude. Before you open your eyes, say thank you for your breath, your life, your chance to grow. Gratitude makes the mind humble and the soul expansive. And remember this, the goal of meditation isn't to become perfect, it's to become present. Even if your mind is noisy, even if thoughts come and go, the act of sitting, listening, and returning, that's the practice. And that's where strength is forged. When you meditate daily, your reactions slow down, your clarity rises. You stop being ruled by circumstance and start living from consciousness. So if you truly want to find unshakable strength, don't just lift weights, lift your awareness. Now, if you found even one insight valuable, please take a moment to like this video, drop a comment below, and share it with someone who's ready to rise above reaction. This is Amit Kainth, the mindset, and we're here to awaken the warrior within. Let's go deeper still. You see, true strength doesn't mean you never feel broken. It means you can feel broken and still rise. It doesn't mean you never cry. It means your tears don't make you less. They make you real. Real strength is when you've been hurt, disappointed, betrayed, and you still choose to love. You still choose to show up. You still believe in something greater, because here's the truth. Strength isn't about dominating others. It's about dominating your lower self, your impulses, your attachments, your pride. The Sufis call it nafs, the lower ego. The Hindus call it maya, the illusion of control. Buddhists call it dukkha, the suffering from clinging. Whatever you call it, the battle is the same. You versus you. And the victory? Peace, because the strongest person in the room is the one who doesn't need the room to know it. Now let's close with this. You don't need to prove your strength, you just need to live it. In your presence, in your choices, in your discipline. When you wake up early even when it's cold, when you hold your tongue when pride wants to lash out, when you say no to temptations and yes to your higher path, that's strength. The world may never see it, but your soul does, and God does. So the next time someone asks, where does real strength come from? You'll know. It comes from your silence, from your center, from your connection to what's eternal. You were born with this power. Now, live like it. And remember, stillness is strength, kindness is courage, and discipline is divinity. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. This is Amit Kainth, The Mindset. Until next time, stay strong, not loud.